Social Science, the Earth, our Habitat, Geography, Standard 6. Chapter 4, Motions of the Earth. As you know, the Earth has two types of motions, namely rotation and revolution. Rotation is the movement of the Earth on its axis. The movement of the Earth around the Sun in a fixed path or orbit is called revolution. The axis of the Earth, which is an imaginary line, imaginary, imaginary, imaginary line makes an angle of 66.5 degrees with its orbital plane. And so the vertical line from the Earth's orbital plane forms a 23.5 degrees angle with the Earth's axis. 23.5 degrees plus 66.5 degrees gives us 90 degrees. The Earth receives light from the Sun. Due to the spherical shape of the Earth, only half of it gets light from the Sun at a time. The portion facing the Sun experiences day, while the other half away from the Sun experiences night. The circle that divides the day from the night on the globe is called the circle of illumination. ILLUMI nation, NATION. The circle that divides the day from the night on the globe is called the circle of illumination. This circle does not coincide with the axis of the Earth. The Earth takes about 24 hours to complete one rotation around its axis. The period of rotation is known as the Earth Day, EARTHDAY. It's one word. This is the daily motion of the Earth. So we have day and night on the Earth due to the rotation of the Earth around its axis. The Earth is inclined to its orbital plane at an angle of 66.5 degrees. What would happen if the Earth did not rotate? The portion of the Earth facing the Sun would always experience day, thus bringing continuous warmth to the region. The other half would remain in darkness and be freezing cold all the time. Life would not have been possible in such extreme conditions. So if the Earth did not rotate, we would have extreme conditions on Earth. Consequence of extreme conditions? No life. Revolution. The second motion of the Earth around the Sun in its orbit is called revolution. It takes 365 1/4 days, that is 1 year, to revolve around the Sun. We consider a year as consisting of 365 days only and ignore 6 hours for the sake of convenience. 6 hours saved every year are added to make 1 day. 6 plus 6, 12. 12 plus 6, 18. 18 plus 6, 24. 6 hours saved every year are added to make 1 day, 24 hours over a span of 4 years. 6 fours are 24. This surplus day is added to the month of February. Thus, every fourth year, February is of 29 days instead of 28 days. Such a year with 366 days is called a leap year. Find out when the next leap year will be. A year is a leap year if it can be divided by the number 4 without leaving a remainder. I had a friend Lipu who was born on the 29th of Feb. We never missed Lipu's birthday party because it would only come once in 4 years. The Earth goes round the Sun in an elliptical orbit, ELLIPTICAL, elliptical orbit. It is important to notice and note that throughout its orbit, the Earth is inclined in the same direction. A year is usually divided into summer, winter, rainy, and autumn seasons. Seasons change due to the change in the position of the Earth around the Sun. Look at the figure 4.3. You will see that on 21st of June, the northern hemisphere is tilted towards the Sun. The rays of the Sun fall directly on the Tropic of Cancer in the northern hemisphere. As a result, these areas receive more heat. The areas near the poles receive less heat as the rays of the Sun are slanting. The North Pole is inclined towards the Sun, and places beyond the Arctic Circle experience continuous daylight for about 6 months. Since a large portion of the northern hemisphere is getting light from the Sun, it is summer in the regions north of the equator. The longest day and the shortest night at these places occur on the 21st of June. At this time in the southern hemisphere, all these conditions are reversed. It is winter season there. The nights are longer than the days. This position of the earth is called the summer solstice. What is a solstice? Solstice. A solstice is an event. A solstice is an event in which a planet's poles are most extremely inclined, either towards or away from the star it orbits. A solstice is an event in which a planet's poles, north and south poles, are most extremely inclined either towards or away from the star it orbits. So, on the 21st of June, it is the summer solstice. The North Pole is tilted in a way that brings it closest to the Sun. And so, it is summer in the Northern Hemisphere and obviously winter in the Southern Hemisphere. 21st June, summer solstice, is also the International Day of Yoga. 21st of June, summer solstice, is also World Music Day. 21st of June, summer solstice, is also Prince William's birthday. Prince William of England was born to Princess Diana and Prince Charles in 1982. 21st of June, summer solstice, is also the day the island of Greenland attained self-rule after centuries of being under Denmark. On 21st of June 2009, on the summer solstice day of 2009, the island of Greenland attained self-rule. On 22nd December, the Tropic of Capricorn in the southern hemisphere receives direct rays of the Sun as the South Pole tilts towards the Sun. As the Sun's rays fall vertically at the Tropic of Capricorn at 23.5 degrees south, a larger portion of the southern hemisphere gets light. Therefore, it is summer in the southern hemisphere with longer days and shorter nights. The reverse happens in the northern hemisphere. This position of the earth is called the winter solstice. What is a solstice? A solstice is an event in which a planet's poles, that is the north and the south poles, are most extremely inclined either towards or away from the star it orbits. Did you know that Christmas is celebrated in Australia in the summer season? Yes, the reason is the winter solstice. Winter solstice, 22nd of December. National Math Day in India to honor mathematician Srinivasa Ramanujan. 22nd December, winter solstice, the birthday of Meghan Trainor. Meghan Trainor, a very well-loved singer. So, on the winter solstice day of 22nd of December, math and music came into the world in the form of Srinivasa Ramanujan, the mathematician, and Meghan Trainor, the singer. Music and math. What an awesome winter solstice 22nd December combo. 21st of June, the summer solstice. On this day, we celebrate music and movement as it's World Music Day and it's International Yoga Day. And we celebrate royalty with the birth of Prince William and freedom with the start of self rule in Greenland. Music, movement, royalty, and freedom. On 21st March and September 23rd, direct rays of the sun fall on the equator. At this position, neither of the poles is tilted towards the sun. So, the whole earth experiences equal days and equal nights. This is called an equinox. 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 Equal days and equal nights, 21 March, 23 September, are called an equinox. Equal days and equal nights, 21 March, 23 September, are called an equinox. Equinox. 21 March, 23 September. On the 23rd of September, it is autumn season in the northern hemisphere, where all the leaves fall, and spring season in the southern hemisphere, where all the flowers bloom. On the equinox of 23rd September, if you want to see fallen leaves, go to the northern hemisphere. If you want to see flowers bloom, go to the southern hemisphere. The 23rd of September, equinox, is the International Day of Sign Languages. 23rd September, equinox, is also the birthday of Augustus Caesar. Yes, Augustus Caesar's birthday was not in August, but it was on the 23rd of September, equinox day. 23rd of September, equinox, is also Saudi National Day, celebrated in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. 23rd of September, equinox, International Day of Sign Languages, Augustus Caesar's birthday, Saudi National Day. It is autumn in the northern hemisphere and spring in the southern hemisphere. The opposite is the case on the 21st of March, when it is spring in the northern hemisphere, flowers blooming, and autumn in the southern hemisphere, with leaves falling. If you want to see flowers blooming on the 21st of March equinox, go to the northern hemisphere. If you want to see leaves falling on the 21st of March equinox, please go to the southern hemisphere. On the 21st of March is World Forestry Day, also called the International Day of Forests. 21st of March equinox is also the birthday of Ustad Bismillah Khan, who was born in Dumrao, Bihar in 1916. He was born Kamruddin Khan. He is a maestro of Shehnai, a woodwind instrument with reeds. The Shehnai is like the oboe. Could it be that because Ustad Bismillah Khan took reeds from the forest and played his Shehnai, it so happened that his birthday on the 21st of March equinox also happens to be World Forestry Day, that is the International Day of Forests? Imagine all the months of the year written one below the other starting from January to December. So we have Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June in the northern hemisphere and July, August, September, October, November, December in the southern hemisphere. 21 March is in the northern hemisphere. It is flowers, springtime in the northern hemisphere on 21 March equinox. After the 21 March equinox, we have the 21 June summer solstice with summer in the northern hemisphere. Then we have the 23rd September equinox, which is in the southern hemisphere of the months, and so it is spring in the southern hemisphere. Then we have the 22nd December winter solstice. Again, December comes in the southern hemisphere of the vertical lineup of our months. And so we have summer in the southern hemisphere. Let's recap. 21st March, equinox, spring in the northern hemisphere. 21 June, summer solstice, summer in the northern hemisphere. 23 September, equinox, spring in the southern hemisphere. 22 December, winter solstice, summer in the southern hemisphere. So we only have to remember which hemisphere has spring and summer. For the equinoxes on 21st of March and 23rd of September, we remember which hemisphere has spring. 21 March has spring in the northern hemisphere, and so obviously 23rd September equinox has spring in the southern hemisphere. 21 June summer solstice has summer in the northern hemisphere. 22 December winter solstice has summer in the southern hemisphere. Remember, the revolution of the earth around the sun and the inclination of the earth's axis in a fixed direction causes seasons. The revolution of the earth around the sun and the inclination of the earth's axis in a fixed direction causes seasons. The rotation of the earth about its own axis causes day and night and the circle of illumination. Do you celebrate your birthday on either of the equinox days, 21 March or 23 September? Do you celebrate your birthday on either of the solstice days, the summer solstice of 21 June or the winter solstice of 22nd December? If yes, you are very blessed and fortunate to have been born on these important days of significance related to the motions of our beloved Mother Earth. So, if you celebrate your birthday on the 21st of March, 21st of June, 23rd of September, or the 22nd of December, do write in the comments the country in which you were born and the hemisphere in which you were born and the season in that hemisphere. This Listen and Learn audio is dedicated to each and every listener who is born on either of these 4 days: 21 March, equinox; 21 June, summer solstice; 23rd September, equinox; 22nd December, winter solstice. Thank you for learning about motions of the earth. Thank you, Lord.